How's it going? Yes, it was just leg day, so I'm dead tired, but don't worry, because 3 reasons why today is going to be a good day still, even though I can't walk anymore, because I put in the work. First up, I got some Batman socks, and khakis, and a Powerline shirt. It's his standout world tour. Were you there? I was. Alright there guys, it's like 1:20. I have film class at 3:30, so I gotta be home by like 3. I got like an hour and a half, more than enough time. I gotta go get money from the bank because I need to do a lot of washing. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that actually. We'll talk about it right now because why wouldn't we? Would you mind being in a YouTube video?
In a YouTube video?
Yeah, in one of my vlogs. Well, you're in one. Surprise! I need to come over here to talk about how Tide Pods nearly took my life.
Without actually ingesting them?
Yeah, I didn't fucking eat them like these bratty kids. I just like used them as they intended, and they almost killed me. Yeah, that's my one roommate, Rahul. He works out. Show them the pump. Yeah, he's a cool guy.
You're at the laundry, you're looking at tripod like, they need to go in?
Yeah.
What? Is this a tripod?
Oh, that's one of my one-a-day gummies.
You want to eat it?
You want a vitamin?
No.
I don't. It's been sitting on the floor too long. I really don't want it.
You want it?
Like, I could wash it off, but,
It'll probably wear off the vitamins that are supposed to be in.
maybe. I don't know science.
Do you want one?
A Twinkie? I'll take one to help you out.
Help me.
Thank you. Alright, but anyway, as I was saying, so, Tide Pods, you know, everyone's eating them and they're dying. Well, guess what? They almost killed me by just using them, because it turns out I'm fucking allergic to these things. These demon spawns sent from hell. Lucifer himself created these things because, it's a complicated issue. How does it even work? I don't know. I used them for like 2 years at home and everything was fine in a proper washing machine. Then I came to college and I was like, alright, sweet, Tide Pods, awesome. They brighten your clothes, they clean them, they make them smell good. I love it. I'm all over it. But the the washing machines at the laundromat, maybe they just suck at rinsing it out, so there's residue left over. I don't know, but I've been breaking out into like rashes and itches, and I didn't know from what. Then I re-washed my clothes recently, and like my mom gave me this stuff. She said just use baby detergent because I was dealing with this since like December, I think. And so I did, and it seemed to go away. And then I'm like, I'll do laundry, I'll use my Tide Pods. And then immediately when I started itching and rashing, I came to realization something happened and Tide Pods are trying to kill me. They're trying to make my skin eat itself, turn all rashy and red until I scratch away and to the bone, and then I'm a skeleton walking around. Not to mention gain flings. I'm too afraid to try these out because if Tide Pods fuck me up, I imagine like it's not going to go that much better with gain flings. So I guess they'll just sit in this closet for another couple months. I'm going to use baby detergent and bounce sheets. And then when I go home, maybe I'll experiment and try them out again. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I could give them to a bunch of kids and be like, here's dinner. But anyway, let's hit the road and go buy shit that I don't want or need. Well, that ended abruptly. Essentially, not my battery didn't die. The fucking camera ran out of space as I was driving to do shit. So, let's recap what happened. What did I do? I don't even remember what I was doing. I did go to Old Navy because my friend who works there told me they had a bunch of new graphic t-shirts. I picked up some. This is one of them. Fly Solo. By the way, that movie. I'm so not ready for that movie. I have a bad feeling about this one. But the other shirts, I got a Black Panther shirt, a Green Lantern one, and I think it's slightly off-center, the logo. That's more disappointing than the movie. But what other shirt was there? A Star Wars shirt and a Justice League shirt. And I was like, cool. Then in Best Buy, I picked up 2 things. Liar, Liar, I realized, as I was leaving, I'm like, there it is. It was like $8. I don't own it on Blu-ray. Had to pick it up. Because this is Jim Carrey's best movie, hands down. The goddamn pen is blue. And then Spectre, a really underwhelming Bond movie. So much about it was a major disappointment. There was still some good stuff. Sam Mendes makes a good-looking movie. There's some nice set pieces. A lot. Christoph Waltz in that movie, and that movie is the reason Christoph Waltz wasn't in The Hateful Eight. What a good reason to hate Spectre. But what are we doing right now? I don't know. I need to think. I'm lost. Oh yeah, I gotta run to Walmart because I need to pick up bread and marmalade. Because after watching Paddington 2, all I know is I need marmalade sandwiches, so I gotta go get some right now. Let's go. It's so cold. Get that shit off. Get it off. Now I'm gonna sit here for like at least 10 minutes because I'm fucking frozen. So cold. Oh, I forget if I mentioned this. My car's actually broken. My transmission is like done, like it's toast. Yeah, actually my car's broken. My transmission is toast. It's been doing, I forget if I complained about it before. I would be driving and I tried to accelerate. Like I'd be at a stop sign, I'd try to start going again and it would just sit there and like the RPMs would go up and then eventually it would be like poof and start moving. And I was like, what is this shit? And that was in like October, I thought. And I took it in and they're like, we didn't notice. So I was like, you sure about that? And so I kept going and it got worse. And I took it back like last month and they're like, oh, yeah, this is a transmission issue. And like your transmission by this point, it was like everything that can leak is leaking. The transmission was completely out of fluid. Which, I'll be honest, no one ever told me to do that. Like, I know about refilling oil, checking that. I did not know about transmission fluid, so I don't know who to blame there. Me for ignorance or people for not educating me properly? But yeah, the transmission, like the repairs to actually fix it would cost more than the car does, so I'm looking for a new car, and then this one, the logical thing to do would be to park it on train tracks and let it just get obliterated and then collect insurance money. But that's called insurance fraud. So I'm going to take my chances just trying to sell this car, which that'll be great. Like, hey, I'm selling this car and it'll probably cost more to fix than it will to buy. But if you got money to burn, I mean, go right ahead. We will go get marmalade sandwiches. I got film class and like, I almost died right there. But I have film class in about a half hour and a half. And then I was going to go see Lady Bird and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. I've already seen both, but like one's at the cheap $4 cinema and the other came back to Galaxy again. And I was like, I would like to rewatch both because I watched them and I was a little procrastinating with the review, so I'd like to refresh myself. And I enjoyed the movie so much, I want to see them again. Fun fact about this London drugs I'm about to drive by July they're going to start selling actual drugs, because in case you didn't know, in Canada, weed, thanks to Trudeau, weed is legal, so pretty soon drugstores will actually be selling drugs. So you can go in and buy pot. So for potheads, that's good news. For me, I'm apathetic about it in general because I don't do any of that shit. But I think it's going to be interesting to say the least. Walmart, this corporate nightmare. Ooh. I don't know if that red car was there before me or not, but I'm not going to stop to check. Wouldn't that be nice if I did though? Just roll down my window like, did you beat me? I'll like stop everyone's fucking momentum to ask. All right, these two people, be careful. I'm gonna turn in here. Don't keep walking. Whoa. And whoever parked that truck is actually a fucking dickhead. Look at this. Look at this shit. That's all wrong. And it's not hard to just back up and correct your angle. Okay, I wasn't the best at math in high school and geometry and all that shit, but I know when an angle is fucked up. His angle is fucked up. Anyway, let's go into Walmart. I need marmalade sandwiches, and I need some, we'll call them beauty products. I need, well, I'll just go pick it up and then I'll show you. How about that? And I'll tell you something else. If I come back and I see whoever's in that truck, like if I see them getting in, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say nothing, get in my car, and go about my business. I can smell it from here. Corporate greed, consumerism, low prices, and people who shop at Walmart. A lot of them, you know what I'm talking about, Walmart people. But alas, I am one of them now. Let's go in. All right, I succeeded. I got my bread. It's ancient grain bread with quinoa. I got the marmalade. The marmalade! Now I just need a cute little bear with a red hat and a blue coat. Then I got beauty products, if you'll call them. I'm gonna bleach my teeth again. These are expensive. This is just 20 strips for 10 treatments. I don't know what I got last time. This is like $25. And then this shit was decently priced. It's like pore strips to clean out your nose. And sometimes shit in there gets a little funky, or just your pores get a little bit clogged. Let's see if I can pull out around this guy. Which, when I say that slow like that, you might think I mean something else, and I do. But the truth is, I'm the master of pulling out. No, I'm not. I've never had to. This place looks pretty cool. The Toad and Turtle Pub House and Grill. I don't know if you can see in the camera. It looks like an old Irish castle. I actually really dig that. I want to go there. I'll have to get one of my friends to go. Like, let's go get some din-din. Let's go get some food at a giant castle. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, and that reminds me, speaking of pulling out, it was almost time. There's a deadline to pull out of classes, and I don't know if I've hit it or not. But my art class, not very optimistic about it. And then I just got an email the other day about my film course that I'm supposed to be taking. You know, the important one that's supposed to put my life on the right track so I can finally succeed. And they were like, hey, first off, I got another one saying I was accepted to residence, which is good and bad because next year, around February and March, somewhere around there, the Canada Winter Games are in Red Deer, and all the athletes are taking our residences, so we just get kicked out. So they're like, sorry, but take all your shit, take it out of there, because some athletes are going to take it, and good luck finding somewhere to stay. Like, I don't have family. Well, I actually do have family in Red Deer. I do, actually, so I could live with my aunt. Step aunt. I could try that, or I could live on my friend's couch. Or I could live on the street and suck for money. I've always wanted to. But anyway, so they were saying I'm accepted to residence, and then I'm already losing track of my own mind. What is happening? Oh yeah, to pull out of classes because they were saying, we didn't forget about you. We're still waiting on your course to be government approved. I don't know why it's taking so long. Trudeau government, you're more concerned about us being able to have weed than approving my film course that allows me to succeed in life. And, you know, if I succeed in life, that brings revenue to Canada, because where do you think most movies are filmed? Where do you think most of my movies are based? Besides the Batman ones, my giant Batman saga, like, they're all, like, set in places in Canada, so that'd be bringing revenue through filming. Just makes sense, so they should really approve that. But then again, on the other hand, my best new friend, though, that I met here, he moved back to Calgary, and this fall is going to Vancouver Film School. Now, if I could go with him and, like, financial, if I can make that work, I'd love that, because I love him. Caleb, you're the best. But, I don't know. Well, going here would be a lot more convenient, but then at the same time, it's like, where are you better off? Like, spending what probably amounts to being around the same amount of money, 4 years versus 1 year there, and you're in Vancouver. They film all the CW superhero shows and shit. Like, it makes sense why Vancouver is the place that you want to go. Why was I talking about pulling out? Oh yes, because the course, they're saying it's approved, but this or that. And I was gonna email them, like, the same day. I was gonna be like, so should I pull out of art, because I just don't like the art class? If my course isn't approved, should I just pull out of art class, drop it, take my drama and my film, and then just worry about a different course that's similar? But I guess I'll let it ride for now. But I should probably ask when the deadline is. Another thing, this sweater. just FYI, fun story about that, because when I was in Old Navy, a dude's like, "Oh, an Eagles sweater. You don't see that a lot in Red Deer." And I, I was like, I know, it's basically like a meme between me and my brother. I just joke about him. I run up on him and go, Deshaun Jackson. Like, I didn't fully dive into it. I just told him that, and he laughed and walked on. He probably in his head was like, that dude's a fucking idiot. I don't even get what he's trying to say. So I didn't get to explain it. He probably does think I'm an idiot. Like, I don't even understand what you're trying to say. But the story behind this sweater. So, Silver Linings Playbook. Robert De Niro in that movie, he loves the Philadelphia Eagles, and he's always talking about Deshaun Jackson. And me and my brother, like, thought that was funny. Me more than him, probably, but we were playing, like, NFL 2015 or 14. And I would play as the Eagles, and every time I get a touchdown, I tackle him or do any kind of awesome move. I'd yell at him, Deshaun Jackson! And he got the reference, and we do that so much, and then I saw this in a store, and I was like, I'm getting it. And it's just fun. You want a balloon, Georgie boy? Come on, take it. Take the balloon. It's under my towel. You either a doer or a don'ter. You see what it's like to live with me? I'm not pleasant to live with. One time I remember I came up behind him and I stroked my finger up his back while he was doing dishes, and I said some kind of Pennywise line. He was shook for a little while.
You said Georgie boy.
Georgie boy? Tell me what's exciting.
You're gonna be alone this weekend.
Yay! Everyone went home. So that means I'm free to walk around like this all the time. I'm gonna eat a whole pizza by myself in nothing but a towel and a cape while I'm like cleaning shit out of my nose. This is the life I wanted to live. What am I doing today? Once all this is done, I have to go to the doctor because of my Tide Pod irritation. I'm gonna ask for some non-irritation cream or something. They gave it to me once before and it worked, but then I used Tide Pods again and then I realized, oh, that's what caused the irritation. I thought I had like herpes or some kind of skin disease, but I was like, it's actually not possible. If you never have sex, you can't catch these diseases. So yeah. I thought bed bugs first and then I thought crabs or herpes, but I was like, there's exactly, the chances of that are 1,001,162 to 1. I was worried about ringworm and jock itch because I actually did have jock itch once because I was hanging out in my like gym tights a little too long. I like went to the grocery store and then made a protein shake at home. It took me forever to shower, and that's how you get that shit. So run home, shower, put on your cape, then do the rest of your shit. The more you know, kids, the more you know. Well, time to end the video now. This is how my day ends. I'm just gonna enjoy some lovely pizza and 7 cheese breadsticks. And I got it for a pretty good deal. I had a coupon. Love it. And this is my new favorite kind of pizza ever. It's spicy Italian sausage, Canadian bacon, pepperoni, and pineapple. And I think I put grilled chicken on there too, I don't remember. But that's my new favorite kind of pizza. It's bueno. But funny story, as I was walking to my room, I had the window open, so there was the cascading of the orange, the light from the streets. That cascading orange was sort of seeping in, and it was making a little bit of a shadow on my door, and I kept all the lights off. I was listening to the Blade Runner 2049 soundtrack, and I snap into it so easy of like, I'm Ryan Gosling, I don't speak, I'm an emotionless, cold, slightly psychopathic sociopath. And I was walking down here, and my shadow was so perfectly outlined on the door, and it kind of looked like Ryan Gosling with the hair, and then like it looked like I was wearing his coat, and I got so like excited by that slight notion of my shadow that I just stood staring at the door, and I started like picturing it in my head. I'm a Blade Runner creeping in a house at night with the moody lighting, and it was just so perfect. I stood here for like 2 minutes. That's weird, but that's true. But that's something that gets me going, and that's like just a tidbit of my own thinking. So I'm gonna enjoy this pizza. This is a tasty pizza. Comment below, tell me you guys thought of the vlog. Thanks for watching, I'll see you guys later. And the spicy pepperoncini or whatever they're called. Oh, it hurts so good. It hurts so good. I love it. Ow.
Brightest day, black as night. Don't escape my sight. Evil. Ah.